Yeah. Okay. I see it. In fact, you've gone to 0, by the way. I'm watching last week's episode.
what's up, everybody? WWE Hall of Famer, The Godfather here, and you're watching Grown Man Record Night. So let's everybody get aggressive and get on the Ho train.
Yeah.
You can hear me, Steve?
Yeah.
That's great. That's a. You're
You
talking
hear
about. I can hear you.
Okay. So, do you hear what I was telling you about the story? So we're going to Atlanta,
Yeah.
our freshman year, to see Van Halen.
Oh.
Diamond Dave's still in the band. This is right before 1984 came out. And we go to the Omni. We're going to buy tickets at the Omni. Make sure we get good tickets. We didn't want to go to the local record store.
Sure.
And wait in line. So we're waiting in line. You know, we get there the night before, and the line is wrapped around the Omni, and we're just camping out with like the worst degenerates of Atlanta.
Of course.
And we the line starts moving. Finally, it's like 10 a.m. the next morning or whatever time it was, and we get halfway around the building. We realize, we weren't going to have a car. Like we couldn't remember how we're going to get to the concert. And
Sure.
So we just got in the car and drove back to Athens.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty long drive, though, to do that kind of shit, though, right?
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
That reminds me. Ever tell you that time that I drove my aunt and my cousin down to Florida to pick up a car?
No.
So we weren't super close, me and my aunt or cousin, but they said, look, somebody else gave them a car for like some super deal price. If you drive us down to Florida to pick this shit up, I'll give you $500. I'm like, whoa. Now you're talking my language here now. So we start going down to Florida to pick this car up. Now she's older, Aunt Lucy, and her daughter, my cousin. And so we start rolling through Florida, and Aunt Lucy says, well, ain't that's a cute town right there. That's a cute name of a town. Kissimmee, Florida. Ain't that cute? And I'm like, I think that's pronounced Kissimmee. And she's like, no, Kissimmee. That's cuter. I like how that sounds. Kissimmee. I just kind of went along with it. And the daughter, my cousin's like, Mama, it's pronounced Kissimmee. It's named after Native Americans. She said Indian. I'm not going to say Indian. But it's named after a Native American thing. Like, she's like, no, I bet it's Kissimmee because that's cuter, and I'm going to say Kissimmee. So anyway, we pulled into a place to get something to eat. We walked in there, and Aunt Lucy walked up to the counter and said, say, tell me something now. Settle an argument. We want to know, what's this place called that we're at right now? How do you pronounce this place that we're at right now? And the lady behind the counter said, Burger King. Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you hanging out with us during this another quarantined episode of Grown Man Record Night. We're coming to you remotely, like we always do. There's nothing different about that, except Steve is also remote. We got Steve Skyped in. Are you there, Steve?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Last week we were trying to mix. Jay's here live in the studio, but we can't mix studio mics and Skype mics. The internet goes berserk if you do that, apparently. So we're back to our old school Skype situation, which we think worked pretty well. Except I need to scooch this way. Or I can scooch Steve over. Let me scooch Steve. Boom. He's corner man. Steve's my corner man. make him a little smaller because, I mean, let's be honest, I'm the main focus of the show. Don't get it twisted. All right, boom. So what's been going on, Steve? You've been working from home, right?
Yeah, it's been finally got some problems figured out. Help from our IT guy, David.
Is your Premiere crashing every time you alt tab out of it?
Yeah, if you leave the window and go to another window and come back, it has a tendency to give you the little soft white screen of death.
That's what's been happening to me. Other than that, this is my first week working at home, and it's been pretty chill.
Save often.
Yeah.
So I find I have to leave the program a lot to go get stuff.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the whole so I do what I got to do. And what's up, Zep Pearl?
I'll tell you one thing that happened was I blamed the cat, but it wasn't the cat. I spilled an energy drink on my laptop.
Was it a Rockstar at least?
Yeah, of course it was a Rockstar.
Okay.
And it got into the number keys and the F keys, so I took them all. I took them all, those whole 2 rows off and cleaned that area out. But I can't get the keys back on. So right now, I can't show you this. I can show you this. Hold on.
Okay. This is live. This is happening live right here, folks. I mean, I can make it bigger. Whoa. What is all this?
So those are I'll tell you one thing.
It's like Space Invaders, huh?
You learn what those shift F keys do, and those shift number keys are not the shift F keys, but the shift number keys. You kind of need to know where your dashes and your underscores are and all that shit.
Oh, I'll be underscoring, baby. I'm the underscore master over here. You talking about a spot underscore 30? A client underscore title underscore 30? Yep, I'm an underscore guy. Appreciate everybody joining us here. We got Aaron Griffin, the Top Shot. Wizard Wand is up in this mug. Good evening, Mikey and Steve. Carl on a boat in the ocean or riding the virus out on the land. Carl is still he's living on the boat, but he's like in the marina or like close.
Well, they told everybody else they couldn't get in their boats, but Carl was already in his boat, so he's like one of the few people on the water in that area, and it's really cool. It's like he has the whole place to himself.
The whole ocean is Carl's, but I've known that all along, man. I've known that all along. That's not news to me. What else has been going on, Steve?
My wife and I wrote a song.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. She kept asking me like, how come you haven't written any songs? And I was just like, I'm ADD and I can't focus, and it's just like I've written 2 songs in my 35 years of playing, maybe longer. But so she's like, well, I might could write a song. So she went out one afternoon while my daughter was riding horses, and she wrote lyrics. And she came back and says, "What about this?" And I looked at it, I was like, "This is awesome." So in about 30 minutes, I had a song to go with her lyrics, and I'm like, we've been together more than almost 27 years. We've been married for 23 years, and I had no idea that I was hanging out with my Bernie Taupin, because she writes the lyrics, and I'll whip this song together.
Nice. That's being at home. I'm curious to what other people, all the folks joining us, what have you guys been doing to fill your time at home? Because something about that coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But I've actually, we finished recording the meat and potatoes of me, Jay, and Steve's thing we've been doing, and I've actually sat down this week and figured out most of the other guitar parts for that stuff. And I've not sat down and hammered out guitar stuff in a while. I can write a riff every 15 minutes. I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but I can riff it out in a few minutes. But to sit down and actually orchestrate a part out that I'm going to record, yeah.
Well, I plan to put some words on it this weekend.
Yeah, see, I've actually, I thought it was all bullshit. People were talking about. I've actually been able to get things done, when we've been on this quarantine. And I'm not doing anything really different other than working in the house, but I don't shingle roofs for a living. So, it's not like I should be getting home and, be exhausted anyway to where I can't like work on a guitar thing. But for some reason, just being around and like, I don't know. I just felt the vibes. But I'm curious to what other people have been doing, because an interesting stat came out this week. Over 34,000 new releases added to the Discogs database in 2 weeks. Discogs has reported a record high number of submissions to its database.
I think you just got a comment in the line from somebody saying that they had updated their Discogs.
Oh yeah, Christoph been binging on Fringe and listening to my collection on Discogs. Apparently, that's what everybody's been doing. It's so funny. It's been like record high enough to where it was like an article, which is pretty cool. But we all help each other, all on Discogs and not Discogs. What's up, Don Crom? On the Discord, we're all like helping each other, like find new music and check this out, and here's a cool podcast and here's a cool article, and we're always doing that, but especially in this time, it's even more important to like help your friends like fill the time, and not everybody's like working and filling time, but just like legit sitting around doing nothing filling time. That's a whole nother animal, you know what I mean? But
and also I recorded a John Prine song.
Oh yeah, I heard that. That was a good shot. We actually listened to that earlier. That album, that song.
Yeah.
And it sucked, man. Leading into that, that's a good segue, Steve. I appreciate that. Boom. A bad boom. We lost John Prine this week. We kind of teased it a week or two ago. He'd gotten sick with the COVID, and eventually, man, just lost. But that it happens. This one sucks, though, man. It's a sucky thing to happen, to lose a musician like this.
Yeah.
But, I always say when musicians pass, there's a lot of other cool people that pass, and you don't have, like, records to sit around and listen to and remember them by, so at least you got that. And, it's funny because in retrospect, a lot of people have been posting about John Prine this week. But it's funny, I've learned a lot of people that I wasn't aware were John Prine fans. Yeah. Knew his music and really knew what was going on, which really
he's great song. I mean, one of the best songwriters. And a guy named Ed Bumgardner here in Winston-Salem, who used to work for the Journal. He's like an entertainment writer, music critic. He wrote a post it's on my Facebook page that he wrote, and it's worth reading. It's a great. He did an interview with John Prine and ended up hanging out with him after his show he had in Winston, which was a disaster, and they went into a trailer. He went into what John Prine thought was his trailer, and it was Tanya Tucker's. But it's just a funny, great story. It's worth reading.
Why is this all messed up? I don't know what's happening. But one of the things that I'd heard throughout his passing is everybody compared him to Bob Dylan. Said he was the country version of Bob Dylan. And you know what? I almost kind of take exception to that. As fantastic as Bob Dylan,
hell yeah.
As fantastic as Bob Dylan is, and he's wrote some great songs, blah blah blah. Prine, to me, the major difference for me is, as great as Bob Dylan is, whatever. I don't think I would be very interested in hanging out with Bob Dylan. John Prine, I couldn't think of a better cat I would want to hang out with. Because his songs, some of his songs are sad, but some of them are not. You can tell there's a sense of humor and kind of a light there, where Dylan was not. I mean, in my opinion,
I think the greatest compliment was our friend Randy interviewed Chris Christopherson.
Yeah,
and was really telling how much he loved his music and his songwriting, and he's like, Chris Christopherson, who I think is probably one of the greatest country songwriters there's been.
Sure.
Just deeper and darker than most.
But
he said, well, if you like my music, you need to listen to a guy named John Prine. And that was the first that Randy had heard of John Prine.
Yeah, that
And
kind
that
of
was
says
from
it all
Chris.
right there,
That's from
man.
Chris Christopherson.
I mean, that's pretty much all you need to say. Although and I always say I kind of struggled with this because this is a good picture of Prawn right here. Although his face did some weird shit as he got older. What's going on with his cheekbones?
He had surgery. He had mouth cancer, I think, at some
Oh,
point.
is that what it
Smoked a
was?
lot.
Okay.
Yeah, they probably had to remove part of his jaw.
Fair enough.
So let's do a shot for
Yeah.
Mr. Prime.
Because the reason I say that is I always say, you know, when these old cats die, don't be showing me as an old motherfucker and and saluting me, man. Show me in my prime, baby. And but this was
My
a good
John
picture.
Prime.
I knew somebody was going to say that. I knew it. Where'd you go, Steve? Hello? Hello? We lost you, Steve. Hello?
Went to get limes.
Oh, yeah. John Lom. We can do this all.
I knew someone was going to say that.
We got cameraman joining us. Aaron Griffin's up in this mug.
Oh.
He already had to pee. No, he wouldn't be back that quick. He's an older gentleman. All right, cheers to John Prine. We should all be so fucking lucky. Who?
I'm just
Well-
glad I got a chance to see him when I did. We had planned to see him at Merlefest this year, but I saw him when I was in Athens back in, it was probably like 1987, 88.
I never saw Prawn. I forgot he was coming to Merlefest. Cameraman said he was going to check him out this year. But hey, what's up, Randy? Dead Wax 66 coming in here strong. Got the Zonk man in here. Whoa. Everybody's up in this mug.
I also have done a few more revisions in my studio.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, in your little area over there?
Did I show you? I went to the station. They were throwing away the old set.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I got a Duratrans that
Yeah.
it fits. Yeah.
You-
And I put colored Christmas lights with studio gels, colored gels underneath them for a nice effect.
Are you going in to sign the wall? Or I guess it's already done.
I've already signed it. That's the day I signed the wall.
Oh,
I think you have up till tomorrow.
Aaron says, show us your area, Steve. He showed us his area last week.
Area 51.
Go check the VOD. Now, see, everybody said this. Now I have to piss. See what happens? Something else I picked up from the community this week. I know, a couple of different vinyl groups. Whoa. A couple of different vinyl groups I'm in posted this. I know Zeke had posted this. I can't remember who else posted it. But it's some good stuff. Boom. Our man Henry Rollins did some shit with. He's always doing shit with KCRW. Fantastic station. But he's doing this it's like a 4-hour long podcast. He's going to be playing entire albums and singles. It's called The Cool Quarantine. He said, this is kind of a quote. Wanted to make a show that felt like those great hangouts you might have done with some friends, descend on someone's house. Everyone would bring some records. The jam session goes and goes. Kind of like what we do here, man. Where you talk about records, you listen to records, and it's kind of like, nothing. If you want more information about this, I'm going to post this shit in the chat. Hold on. You've listened to it, Shane? You listened to the whole damn thing. Whoa. No, who's in here? Deep Track Zach's in this mug?
There's a lot of people in here.
Whoa. Blowing up. Deep
I better
Track.
put on some hand sanitizer.
Metal Theologian? Yo! I hope everybody, look, I hope everybody's doing good, man. Boom, there's a link to that Henry Rollins shit in the live chat there. Oh, wait, I should have, I gotta shrink you back, Steve. I don't like anything taken away from what I'm doing. I'll be honest with you. Boom.
I'm not even on the screen.
No, there you are. There you are. No, I'd made a big version of Steve, but I shrunk it back down. We'll come back to a big version. When you're doing your thing, I'm going to bring you back in.
I'm not doing a thing.
So you sent me something earlier, Steve, about King Gizzard.
Yeah, I just saw that. I didn't really look into it deeply, but they put out their, I think it was today, or that you can order it today. They put out a double live LP. Plus, there's a movie. They had planned to do a theatrical release and a big deal, and of course, record store release. And of course, all that changed. So now you can order online. And I think the movie doesn't stream till next week.
This is what I've got. Yeah. Excited to announce Chunky Shrapnel, a full feature-length motion picture that follows King Gizzard's adrenaline-induced onstage performance from the perspective of the band. The film is accompanied by a double LP live album featuring the music from the film recorded through the band's 2019 European tour. It's going to premiere worldwide next Friday, the 17th, at 6 EST, on an online live stream, of course, because that's how everybody's doing everything now. You can watch the trailer, purchase tickets, blah, 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 blah. Pretty cool, though, man.
You said it's next Friday?
Next Friday is the date.
Oh, by the way,
yeah.
I'm on vacation now.
Well, are you really? What?
Yeah.
Vacation? You're working from home. What else you need?
It's spring break for the girls, and I was like, I'm working from home, but yeah, now I don't have to work, and it was kind of getting on me there.
Man,
I need a vacation.
It was great to
even if it's a staycation.
Yeah. That's my favorite kind, dude. Dude, I'm built for all of this. As soon as I look, except for Premiere crashing every 5 or 6 minutes.
You fucking trained for this.
Except for Premiere crashing, I'm saying the whole week, like, why can I not do this all the time? Are you serious? This is so easy. Give me a break.
I would prefer to probably finish out my career doing this.
Yeah. I'd prefer to, see a bunch of butts. I'm sorry. Captain Keane. Woo! Barcelona. Baby. International.
What? Barcelona?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Guten Tag.
We've had some late night for us. Guten Tag. We've had some late night conversations with Captain Keane, Steve. You remember that? Like later in the evenings?
What?
We've had some late night conversations with Captain Keane post show because of the time difference. Yeah. Good stuff, man. I hope everybody's just keeping square, man. I worry about everybody, man. You know, we don't want to tell nobody's business, but somebody close to the shows got a relative got the business, got the COVID.
Yeah.
I won't say nothing else. We could get him on the phone. You guys want a live interview with a COVID? This isn't a bit. I'm not doing a bit. I'm not making fun. This is a legit situation.
Yeah, that's serious shit.
Maybe next week we'll get a COVID patient on the phone. Jay, it might not what? He might not what? He might not what, Jay?
Hold on now.
He might not have it next week, is what Jay said. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. I worry about everybody. I want everybody to be doing the right things. I went to the grocery store today. I had gloves on, had a bandana across my face, and I still saw a bunch of motherfuckers in there doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of motherfuckers doing the. No, I will say this: Target did it right.
People are stupid.
Walmart is a fuckhole. They don't give a shit, and it's a fucking fuck fest in there.
A lot of F words. Let's just get them all out right now. Fuck. No, Walmart. That's where I went today, and they were limiting the number of people in the store at least, which whatever. So interestingly enough, has anybody been getting like new vinyl releases? Have people been like ordering things, getting things in the mail? They hit dumpster fire. What's up, Not John? Yeah. Mervin Griff. Woo! Baby.
I got some new vinyl, and I think, did you get some new vinyl?
I did. We took advantage of our favorite store, Underdog, has been doing a delivery program.
Man, he's hustling it.
He really is hustling, and he's doing good by it, man. He's making some money.
He's probably wearing his car out though.
He is, but he's like, man, it's nice to get out and drive around. It's like, yeah, it is for a while until but it's that is sketchy. But I'm just wondering if you've pre-ordered things, or if you've ordered things a few weeks ago, are you still getting them in the mail, like you would expect to get them, or is there delays? Because some of the stuff...
I ordered 2 Nintendo Switch games today.
Okay.
And I'll let you know if they arrive when they're supposed to.
Nice. Just got the Vinyl Me Please Stooges John Cale mix. Woo, baby! I bet that's nice. Christoph got the New Testament. Okay, so things are still moving.
Yeah, gas is cheap as shit. And I noticed my tank hasn't gone down at all.
Yeah,
that's why it's cheap. That's why it's cheap as shit.
Me neither. Hell, my tires are almost flat. But I just wonder, because I know not everybody has access to a place like Underdog Records, where, dude, he was literally in my driveway yesterday. Like, hey man, here's your records. That's awesome. And not only does it make me feel, I said this earlier in the chat, not only does it make me feel good because I'm buying new records, and everybody knows buying new records makes you feel fucking great. Let's be honest. But it makes me feel good because I'm supporting a business that, like, otherwise I'm like, holy shit, man, please don't close. Please don't close. Please don't have problems. I don't want you to have problems. So I bought like 2 new records. I didn't want to like nickel and dime him and get no. And I'm gonna do it again, if not next week, at least every 2 weeks.
What do you think of this look?
I do if your background was shitty, but like you got a good background, so this is good. It's not a bad look.
It really brings out the color of my eyes.
It does make you pop, but you've got a good background too.
Okay.
Just FYE. I mean, not everybody's.
I know I got a good background.
Not everybody's got that good background.
Dude, I got it going on.
Dude, Deep Track Zach, me too. I'm late to the party on the Stooges. It took me a while, man, for sure. All right. I'm trying to move this along here. Yeah, good luck, Mikey.
Hey, I got a book here I wanted to mention real quick.
Well, let's mention a book then.
I've had this book for years and years. I think I got it when I was in Athens, but I think our friend Zach, Zeke the Vinyl Geek, would probably love to have this. This is it's called The Acid Trip: A Complete Guide to Psychedelic Music.
Whoa, hell, he may have it.
And it is amazing. It's not just the people it's the folks you don't know and stuff that now I'm getting to know. And it's like, oh yeah, I didn't know who they were when I first read about some of these, but it has just write-ups of all these really cool bands, and it has it broken down by I think the British scene, the West Coast scene, and of course like Texas and all that. So it's a great little just a reference book. If you
that's badass. Where'd you pick that up at?
I don't remember where I got it. It's got some cool album covers, and
how long have you had it?
I've had it for, like I said, like maybe 35 years.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Are you serious? It's funny because I picked up at a Salvation Army, I picked up a Pink Floyd hardcover big book. That I've not really checked out very.
Yeah, it was published in '84, and I probably picked it up shortly thereafter.
Wow, thank you, Shane. Shane says the show sounds amazing. Yeah, I knew as soon as we set this Skype shit up a couple of weeks ago, I was like, the first thing out of people's mouths are going to be like, this sounds better than it normally does. I know it does. This mic's good. I know Steve's mic's good. We're bypassing. Funhouse is my favorite. Stooges by far, and it's on my short list. 100%. 100%. All right. So a couple of things I was going to mention that was going to come out this week. Some Brant Bjork, big Brant Bjork fan, the drummer from Caius, does these solo records that are like really low key, kind of stoner stuff, kind of almost in that Yawning Man kind of vibe. And on the upcoming vinyl site was listing them as coming out today. When I go to the actual website, it says May 8th, so delayed. So I took it off the list, and then I went and saw Dexter Gordon had one of those Blue Note 80th represses coming out today. I was going to put that on the list. You go to Blue Note's site, boom, pre-order little button, delayed. So a lot of the stuff that's quote unquote coming out today, I see as being delayed, and I think that's kind of a story that's being told a little more than we would probably like. But Punk Rock Guilt from Brant Bjork and God and Goddesses was both supposed to come out today, delayed. Dexter Gordon's, I can't remember the name of the record, delayed. Lee Morgan had one on Blue Note, the Rump Roller, which I've got some Lee Morgan. I don't have Rump Roller, delayed. That's too bad, man. But anyway, I just wanted you guys to know that some of the stuff that says it's coming out or whatever, apparently there are some delays. That's why I was asking before if you guys are having trouble getting the things that you ordered previous to this nonsense. What the hell kind of shot is that, Steve?
Just something I'm working on.
Okay. It's the up the nose shot? Is it the up your nose with a rubber hose shot? A John Wayne angle?
There's a delay, so I'm just playing with things here.
Oh, is the delay coming in now?
No, it's I'm watching the program signal on YouTube.
Okay. Does Jay really have a blow up doll collection? He might.
If you were paying attention to the last shot, you could see my Barbie collection. It's actually not mine. It's one of my daughter's Barbie collection. They're hanging out on the shelf behind me, keeping me company.
Oh.
But G.I. Joe's back there getting some too.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see what we got here. Some Winkley stuff. We talked about that. Boom. Let's go into some stuff that's came out today. This is something I didn't know about. Have you guys heard this jazz record? This broadcast from SWR, does that mean shortwave radio, I assume? Recorded at the legendary 67 Free Jazz meeting in Baden, Germany. Collection of 4 different performances by different lineups featuring big names in this European free jazz 60s scene. Don Cherry, Marion Brown, Evan Parker, and John Stevens. I've never seen this or heard this, and there's very, very little clips or information about this record online. But the little bit that I found out about it, it seems promising. And it's a record that's not really out there. I didn't get the label. I should have got the label on that. But I don't know. That's going to be worth checking out, I think. In my humble opinion. Let me go to the next little piece here. Something that may or may not. Yeah, it's a reissue. I don't think it's been out on vinyl except a couple of sketchy times, Metal Theologian. If you Google it or like look for like YouTube videos, there's like one clip, and I don't even think it's accurate. I don't think it's the right clip, so it's really not there. But anyway, boom. Oh, looky here. Anybody scared yet? Yeah, you should be. This is a soundtrack from, man, Four Flies on Grey Velvet Ennio Morricone. E bevi di boppe.
Nice. Now he's done some weird stuff.
Baby, this is the weirdest. I love a lot of the stuff that he does. This is like a jazz. Are you snoozing it?
No, it's I got a. Actually, I've already got a snooze in there. This is Zen. Where the hell did the camera go?
Whoa, you don't need nothing. What are you doing? Dead Wax says show the guitars, Steve.
They're back there.
You gonna pull them out?
Nah, I'm not gonna pull them out.
Okay, all right. Deny the viewers,
Change
Steve.
a few angles so you can see the 12 string now.
It's a. I'll make your shot bigger if you show it. Or at least tell us what they are. What are they?
Oh, we got the Fender Telecaster Deluxe. It's a Nashville Deluxe model. It's a, I think it was like from '86 maybe, and then like a Ovation 12 string, acoustic electric.
Okay.
It's kind of my 12 string version of my 6-string Ovation electric.
I forget you have that 12-string version of that same model.
I don't pull it out a whole lot. I've been pulling it out more and more because the big key was I didn't like to play it because it hurt and it was hard to play. But the key is to get in the right strings. And if you play a 12-string guitar, I highly recommend something like Tomastic Infeld, which is this Austrian company that makes strings for like violas and violins. But they also make guitar strings, and they're the least tension strings of any guitar, any string you'll find, and they just make it so easy to play.
Yeah, I prefer things from good old US of A. I don't know what you're talking about, so whatever.
Tomastic Infeld. You gotta order them online. Your local store's not gonna have them.
But anyway, like I was saying on this, boom, this Ennio Morricone, bibbidi boopy. This is like there's some like score stuff on this, like film score sounding stuff. There's also some like psyche jazz rock thumpers on this shit that are bonkers, off the chain. It's definitely worth checking out. I don't know what of a release reissue this is, but and to be honest, I was kind of grasping at straws for a lot of these. Like, you all right, Steve? You good?
I'm good.
You good? All right. I was grasping at straws for like things that came out today because a lot of stuff has been delayed and there's just wasn't not a lot of good shit out. I'll be honest. I did want to mention Boom. We talked a lot about Square Pusher a couple of months ago releasing a new album. This is an EP that came off of that same session. What's this shit's called? I didn't write it down right. Anyway. Where the hell is it at? Sadistic Ritual, Symbolic, Spun. All right. Anyway, there's a new Square Pusher EP. Jesus Christ, I didn't even write it down. That's terrible. I don't know what it's called.
Move on.
It's good stuff. I mean, it's a limited audience. I know not everybody's into Square Pusher. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. But I know we got some fucking metalheads in the chat. Boom! Sadistic Ritual. This is some pretty crazy shit. Found in 2008. When the front man and guitar player was 14 years old. It's a thrash metal record. And I know that the cover looks satanic and black metal, death metal, blah, blah, blah. It's really a thrash metal record. It's kind of a throwback sounding record. Throwing like inspiration from the masters of the genre.
If that was a death metal record, that'd be a different font they use.
Yeah, of course. It'd be way harder to read. But this shit, I kind of checked it out. I was not familiar with these guys, but it's blistering ass thrash. Definitely worth checking out if you're like an 80s thrash connoisseur, as I know a couple of the guys in the chat are.
Yeah.
you're gonna want to check this record out if you've not. This is a repress, I think. It's not a brand new record. It came out a couple of years ago. That it's like a repress. I told you I'm grasping at straws for stuff that came out. Whoa! Jay's leaving. 4:15. Well, so what, Jay? I gotta piss in a minute. Who's gonna hold my pecker? On that same metal vibe, I found this band. Here's a font you can't read. Oh, this is for our metal guys in the Discord. Big up. Symbolic Emergence. This is some technical death metal out of Stockton, California. I don't know shit about these guys other than that it's technical death metal out of Stockton. I gave it a first listen today. Holy Lord, this is Arpeggio Valley. Like the whole thing is like fucking arpeggios, man. It's good. It's solid, and it gives its own little thing, but it's funny. It is technical death metal. That is exactly what it is. Christoph, you're familiar with these guys? It was a good record, man. It's a little thinner than I would like. There's a little more treble involved than I would care to partake in, personally. But like the orchestration of the riffs and stuff is like, whoa. Like, when I say technical death metal, I mean like virtuoso, like, but still maintaining that like gnarly death metal kind of vibe to it. But anyway, oh, I'm sorry. Oh shit, I forgot to hold up. I'm gonna do a little something here. Boom. Because our man Shane posted in the Discord earlier today this band. Boom. That's a very small picture of them. Bad Spell. And I missed it. It was on the same site that I get like new releases from. But it's like a did I write it down? I don't think I did. It's like a garagey, like a alternative garagey kind of sound. Man, it's really good stuff, man. And I totally slept on that. I'm gonna give him a hold up, see what it says. Bad Spell's a 3-piece garage rock and roll combo hailing from Atlanta, Georgia. Members, draws from a variety of influences. Early Stones, Sonics, big fan of the Sonics. Remains, Rocky Erickson, MC5, Dead Moon, Moving Sidewalks, Scientists, Howlin' Wolf, Chuck Berry. Yeah. So this is like a new modern garage kind of movement kind of thing. I listened to a little bit of that. It was really good. Really good stuff, man. Boom. What am I trying to do here? What am I doing, Steve?
I don't know.
Oh, I know.
You don't send me flowers anymore.
The big thing I wanted to... You talking about striking that nostalgia bone for me tonight? A record that came out today. Never been released in the United States on vinyl. And a record I was over the moon about in the 90s. 94. I graduated in 95, just to put it in perspective. Boom! Sponge. Rotting Pinata. Holy shit. Did I love this. Cameraman had this on CD. And I loved this record, man. It was so good. It's a definitive 90s release, and this is like a new 25th anniversary. Got some
Is that candy corn?
Yeah, it's candy corn. Of course it's candy corn. The song Plowed was the one that was my jam. That was the one that was on the radio. And I was a huge fan of Plowed. I hadn't thought about this record in a long time. I think I've got it on a burned CD somewhere. Sponge played Near You last November. Jesus Christ, they've got to be 10 years older than me at least. But I thought they made great songs, and it just kind of fell out of favor. I don't know what happens there. I mean, it happens to everybody. But that song, that's that Say a Prayer for Me. Ba, 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 ba. In a world of human wreckage. That song. You guys know that song. That album's great. It's a little bit of a guilty pleasure. A little bit. I mean, I'm a 90s guy. What do you want me to do? Huh? What do you want me to do? What, you want me to do nothing about it? You want to do something about it? All right. Boom.
So,
oh, yeah. What do you got, Steve? What do you got? What do you got?
I was just going to ask you before we were on YouTube here, you were over on Twitch probably playing some records. Do you want to talk about what you played?
We can. Are you talking about? Hold up. I got graphics for everything. Boom. You were saying before I was over on Twitch. Please follow us on Twitch. Please. Jesus.
It's a great show.
It's a great show. We do good things. It don't cost you nothing. Go over there and do it. You can do it, or I can follow your daughter to JV volleyball practice and like make a scene out of it. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
And I think you've carried on gallantly without me.
I'm trying.
Sadly.
Oh no, we're all here. We're all here.
Well, I'm not spinning records on the show though.
It's just virtual. Boom. We're gonna get into what we played. Ever check out Australian band from the early mid '70s called Buffalo? Ooh. Got turned on to their volcanic rock album this week. Killer. Abacus. Ooh, coming strong. Let's everybody check that out. Put that on your homework list, everybody. That's a new one for me, at least. So, yeah. Let's check that out. Let's check it out. Books. Check them out. What we played. God, I got to piss so bad. I never have to piss like this except for record night. Ever. Boom. Up first. Oh, I picked up 2 records. I can't do that. This Martin Denny, Paradise Moods. It was a dig of the week from last week. A little 49-cent pickup. Exotica record. Never sleep on a Martin Denny. A little low key for the record program, but it's got that Esquivel kind of vibe we were talking earlier. Definitely worth keeping. This was also, man, this record, while it's not maybe a record night record, my hair is doing all weird. I don't like that. The headset's fucking my hair. I don't like that. This was a dig of the week from last week. This Stephen Nash and David Crosby record. The great weird gatefold trod neck weird fold thing. This record, while a little slower and may not be all the time record night material, sounds absolutely fantastic. The fidelity on this record is holy Lord great. It is so good. Especially coming off of that Martin Denny, who I love, and put this on right afterwards. I looked at Jay and I was like, holy shit, this record sounds good. And it really does, man. And I was not familiar with that. Has it got a name on it? Or just Graham Nash and David Crosby? God bless them. Jay left, and he left his record here, man. Well, I picked up 2 again. Oh, 1.5. A little like, whoa, what happened? I don't know what that was. Boom! The Melvins. You know we love some Melvins here on the program. This is Jay's copy of Houdini on Third Man Records. It's a reissue that came out a couple of years ago. Sounds pretty freaking fantastic. It's got a little mark on Jay's copy, but 2015 reissue. A little fade to black. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm being dramatic, Aaron. You should know that, of all people. I'm being dramatic. That's what I do. I'm a drama queen. One of my favorite Melvins. Not my favorite, but it's up there. This one, I need a piece of plastic to put this in. This is like a convertible fucking cover. I mean, like, it's all split. It's like a 75-cent, 49-cent record I picked up at a Goodwill. I'm going to try to make it look a whole lot better than it is. Boom. Gene Ammons. Funky on Prestige. Baby, this is a smoker. Absolute smoker. I don't know what year this is. Seems early Prestige. Yeah. Yes, the record is dropping at the bottom. The cover is kind of shot. The record is not in tremendous shape, but look at that. Tell me you would leave that at a Goodwill, for Christ's sakes. Of course you wouldn't. You're a reasonable human being. Of course you wouldn't do that. Steve's back over here. What are you doing, Steve? Typing on
I had to go take a leak.
Are you typing on your brother word processor?
That's from 1957 on Prestige.
Okay. Oh, 57. That early.
Well, it's different covers. What I'm looking at, though, you might have a. What's the record label?
Prestige.
Okay.
Yeah. Scotty says copies of those Melvin reissues all have marks pressed at United. Yeah. I told Jay there's been some sketchy shit going on, but Houdini sounds good. Copy of Stoner Witch sounded bad. I've got Stoner Witch that sounds pretty good. Jay's got the mark on this one. This is one of my absolute sleepers, man.
Guess on that Gene Ammons album,
right?
You got tenor sax Gene Ammons, Art Farmer on trumpet.
Oh, Art Farmer's in there, baby.
Kenny Burrell on guitar,
Woo.
Art Taylor on drums.
Come on now.
So yeah, there's some names on there.
Be fair with it.
So I'd share.
One of the ultimate Grown Man Record Night sleeper records. Not played this in a really long time, man. The band If. This is the album Double Diamond. I can't remember shit about If. This is like 75, 4, 73 on Metro Media Records. This is reminiscent of Jethro Tull. It's got some flute in there. And a great cover. It's got some horns mixed with some kind of psyche prog rock. If you've never fucked with If, man, it's worth a stream and a listen, and maybe a cheapo pickup. They're not easy to find. You don't run across If very often, but it's a great band, man. I
think I have one of their records.
I've got another one. It's like a silver record, a silver cover. Gene made a machine, huh? Gene, the dancing machine. Jay also left this over here. Shane picked this out lickety split. Said, "Yeah, this is a Jay record," and he was right. The other thing is, I was kind of digging it. This Night Ranger, man. It was corny as fuck, and I was really, really into it. I'll be honest about it. Dawn Patrol from Night Ranger. Sometimes I just vibe right on in with this 80s nonsense that just feels right. You guys know what I mean. Gets a little late in the evening, get a couple cocktails. Next thing you know, that Rocky IV soundtrack.
That's not even the Night Ranger that most are familiar with.
Probably not. But you know what I mean. Sometimes just the right time and place and space. That Rocky IV soundtrack makes that pecker hard. Ba-chong! Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Speaking of making peckers hard, the first Zapp record. Woo! This thing smokes, baby. Don't sleep on this. If you've never picked up the first Zapp record, I got this for a little song. It's really good stuff. I'm trying to look for the date here.
Yeah, Zapp's great. Roger
Waters, number one. Number one Roger Waters album. I'm trying to look for the date. My eyeballs are
as a
working
solo
great.
artist, he was called Roger.
Yeah. A lot of samples in this, man. You can tell
He was the king of the vocoder.
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, that whole like scene, the West Coast hip hop scene, big into sampling Zapp for sure, man.
Roger
and yet,
Troutman.
Delicious.
This album was produced by I think it was Roger Troutman and Bootsy Collins.
You got a choice, Steve, between trout and flounder. What are you going with?
I like flounder, I think.
Yeah, I like a flounder. I like a flounder. Don't sleep on croakers, though. Croakers, one of my... That's a little local thing. You guys don't know about croakers.
I really like catfish.
Oh, I like a catfish now. People, it tastes too
I
fishy.
think catfish is my favorite.
Tastes too fishy. We go eat chicken, you idiot.
It's fried, of course.
Here we go. Boom. I mean, for folks that are like sort of fans of John Prine, this is really the only record you need. For sure. I mean, there's lots of great records. But if you're sort of kind of like John Prine, this has so many just absolute bangers on it. DJ Trish in the house! What's up, Trish? Hope you're safe up in Bayhead.
Now, if you just need an intro to Prine, I would suggest Prime. It's a compilation.
This is a compilation, right?
No, that's his first album.
That's the first album? No, this is his first album. I thought this was the first one. Oh, Prime is the one with the head and the hair?
I don't know.
Okay. Well. Oh, yeah, it's a 71 on Atlantic, so yeah. So many great songs on this record, man. We listened to side one tonight, which has my favorite songs on it. Illegal Smile, boom. Hello in There, boom. So Sad. It's such a fucking sad song, man. And Sam Stone, which you did a little cover of this week.
Yeah, that's the one I covered. If you go to Facebook, you can watch it. It's actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah. Prime.
No, Prime has a bunch of photos on it, like about 30 photos.
Cameron is saying it's here in the studio.
Prime?
Yeah, cover is a compilation of pics. I don't know, but I've got the blue one with the boots and the Cadillac like in the back seat.
That's called Sweet Revenge.
Sweet Revenge.
Yeah.
I was actually
that's good. That's excellent as well.
It's funny because every time I've looked for this first record, I can never find it. And tonight I was looking for Sweet Revenge because I know it's a good copy. And I couldn't find it, but I found that one. And I'm like, well, fuck it. That's got all the good songs on it anyway. Anyway.
My Prime's not in great shape, so I plan on upgrading that.
After that, I pulled out a little Sabotage. Black Sabbath. Hadn't played this in a little bit. Baby. Steve,
that brought back some memories of the show we did last year because I think one of the songs on there is Symptom of the Universe. I think we did that.
Steve, tell the story about what's his face wearing the red pants. Bill Ward.
What? I don't know the story of him wearing the red pants.
No, there's something about they told him like you won't be able to see below the waist or something like that, and so he wore his wife's pants.
His wife's pants?
Yeah, it was like a gag. He was being stupid, and then they ended up putting it on there because they were like, "What the fuck are you wearing, son?" And it was like ended up being like a thing. It's like his ball pants. Somebody else knows that story. Drop us in a comment there. And you, man, this is weird. This is a weird situation. I like weird situations. Literally about to piss in my pants at this point. I just want to be honest with everybody. Hey, we're all family here. We're all grown-ups. Trousers, dangerous situation right now. But we'll get through it. In these trying times, my trousers will get through.
You need D pants.
I got D pants. I need P pants. This was early on in the record collecting thing. You remember Steve? Earshot Records, before it was Earshot, I think it was Record Exchange still or whatever.
Record Exchange, yeah.
They put like boxes out in front of the store, like free records. Take what you want. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I went out there, and it's usually like classical and like just some nonsense you would never make space in your collection for, or records that are just
some beat up Barbra Streisand.
Yeah, super beat up records. But one day I just stopped through because my collection was super small, and found this record. Boom! It's an Ultravox.
That's what she said.
Compilation, and there's really not anything wrong with this record.
Thanks, man.
And I love Ultravox, man. And I was not familiar with Ultravox until I picked that record up for free. This is boom. Looking for a date. 85. Chrysalis.
Sounds about right.
I know the cover's pretty terrible.
That's some extremely 80s music.
It is. I told Jay, I was like, look, I'm looking for some 80s synth pop kind of sounding shit right now. I'm in that vibe. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm catching up with chat. I love when people walk off camera in their videos. It's called, yeah, dude, my favorite shit ever, Metal Theologian, is the way Vinyl Richie ends his videos. He does one of these like, and then just like walks off the side. That's the most baller shit ever. And every one. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
That's great. But yeah, I love Ultravox, and I knew nothing about them, and there's nothing wrong with that record. It was free. It was absolutely free. That's so fantastic. Steve, how many records do you have for Dig of the Week this week?
I have 5 records.
Okay, I think I'm going to do 4 records for Dig of the Week. Would you please do at least a couple off the top here?
Do you need to pee or something?
I'm going to urinate into my toilet area.
Okay. I'll get it started. How about that?
And grab a beer. I'll do both of that.
But you might want to be here for. I'll do this when you get back.
Okay. All right.
You need to be here.
Hang on.
This.
I'll give you full screen permission. That's a rarity here now. Boom. Here we go. All right. I'm going to take a piss.
All right. There's a slight delay for me, so I'm going to wait till I see myself, which is probably going to be about 7 seconds. All right, so let's start. I've got a record here. I think we've just kind of recently discovered this cat on the show. It's Ahmad Jamal. This is called Poinciana. It's from 1963, I think. Yeah, it's on Argo Records from 1963. He's a great piano player and some great jazz. It's a little trio. I believe it's Ahmad Jamal piano, Israel Crosby on bass, and Vernel Fournier on drums. I'll skip the next one because I think you need to be here for that. I picked up this. I've seen a few copies of this, and usually they're not in great shape, and I didn't know much about it, but it's Neil Young's Journey Through the Past. It's a reprise from '72. It's a soundtrack to a film that he made, I think, and a lot of it's like there's 4 sources of music on here. One of them's Buffalo Springfield, the television broadcast, some of the broadcasts they did. It's Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young live recordings that they did. It's some solo work, some rehearsal outtakes from the Harvest album with a band he called the Stray Gators. It's musicians that he worked with from 71 to 73 who backed him on Harvest and Time Fades Away in 73. And it also has a couple of pieces of music by a group called Tony and Susan Alamo Christian Foundation Orchestra and Chorus. And it's like Handel's Messiah and something else. But the weird thing about this is the Alamo Christian Foundation was a religious cult founded in 69 by Tony Alamo and one of his wives. Later, Alamo was convicted of 10 child rape offenses in 2009, and he died in Butner Prison, which is in North Carolina. So that's kind of a crazy little fucked up side fact there. But the album, the only original song was Soldier that Neil Young, which is that Jesus, I saw you. What? You know Butner, don't you?
Oh,
Have you been to Butner?
We won't
So
get
this
won't get
guy
into
that
that.
recorded a couple songs on the album ended up being convicted of 10 cases of child rape.
Is that illegal, Steve?
In this state, it is.
Gotcha.
Not in Florida.
Gotcha.
So yeah, those are a couple. Here's one more. Let me do one more.
What'd you do? Review real quick. Snappity bang.
I did. Since you weren't here,
Snapshot.
I just did Amal Jamad or Ahmad Jamal.
That's easy for you to say.
An old album from '63 called Poinciana.
I think it's pronounced poinsettia.
No, and I did this Journey Through the Past soundtrack album.
Okay.
So one more here. I've got a couple Charlie Parker albums, and I was at Ed McKay with all my trade credits and ran across one more, and this is called Charlie Parker, the Savoy Recordings,
Oh, the
Master
Savoys?
Takes. Cool thing about this is all the stuff he did for Savoy, and it's got supporting cast like Miles Davis, Clyde Hart on pianist, Bud Powell on drums, John Lewis, Duke Jordan, and drummer Max Roach, and Dizzy Gillespie plays on here as well.
That's funny. The other stuff I see from this, it's always called the Savoy Sessions, and this is the Savoy recording.
Yeah, there's a lot of Savoy Session stuff out there, and this is the Savoy recordings. And what I wanted to say was I have two Charlie Parkers. I know you have none, so this is my gift. This is my COVID-19 gift to you.
Whoa!
So at some point we'll probably cross paths, and I'll let you have this.
Whoa! And you
because
know,
everybody needs Charlie Parker. I mean, as cool as Coltrane is.
I literally have zero, man.
I mean, but Charlie Parker's where it's at.
And don't forget, you said it has Bud Powell on it, right?
Yeah.
That's our buddy Teresh.
Yeah.
His wife is that's like her great uncle or whatever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Bud Powell. Yeah.
What you got?
I ain't got no COVID. That's not a good joke. That's not. I don't like to. Okay, I got a couple of little banger like right off the top. All right, no judgment. Come on. This is a judgment-free zone. That's like those gyms that order pizza on Fridays. What do you call them? Fat farms?
Closed?
Yeah, closed. I'm serious. I don't want any judgment. I don't want to hear shit about it. Chat, I don't want to hear shit about this record. I'm telling you right now. Shane, get in here and ban. Anybody says anything about this record, I'm going to ban it. I've not even listened to it, I'll be honest with you. Loverboy. Okay? All right? It was 49 cents, folks. This record was 49 cents, and I didn't own it. and these guys look like they're having just a fucking fantastic time, and I'm kind of into that. And that guy's crotch, that denim crotch right there, got a little price tag above it. Look, the denim is so worn out from his dork trying to escape from there. I figured it was probably worth picking up. This is I can't even read the name of this album. What's it called?
I saw Loverboy.
Loving every minute of it. I'm loving every minute of it.
They were unknown. I saw them open for ZZ Top back in like the early 80s or late 70s. I can't remember when it was. It must have been like 1980 or 81.
Man, I love a lot of that shit now. I mean, it's it's certain times it just feels right. And there's nothing right or wrong with that. Also, this is another stab in that same Goodwill, I believe. Yeah, because this was 49. Oh, this was pissed me off because this was one of those places where I got a bunch of bargain records in a Goodwill, and then when I got up there, they were like, "Oh, that one's got that's a double album. So instead of 49 cents, this one's going to be $1."
Someone said Loverboy is to your vinyl collection like season 6 of Friends is to your DVD collection.
Come on now. Come on, everybody. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. That's Tim Brony
not
flexing.
John 9.
He's flexing. He's flexing down there. But I did pick this up in the same. This is a little better. I mean, I'll be Steve Miller Band's Anthology.
Oh yeah. Don't you have this already?
I do. I do have this already.
Is that a good copy?
This is a pretty decent copy. It's got the little bookie in the.
That's a really good compilation.
It's a great Steve. It's the first like 6 or 7.
It's got a lot of his earlier psychedelic stuff.
It's the early Steve Miller stuff.
Right. Before Fly Like an Eagle, which is a landmark album, so whatever.
It's like 72, if that tells you like how early the compilation is. I've got this, and I don't want to spread rumors, but it's probably going to Aaron Griffin.
I love My Dark Hours. I think it's on there. It's really cool. It's he was in a studio with Paul McCartney, and they recorded a little vent. He was venting on something. I forget what it was, but if you listen to the riff, it's like it's the same riff he used on Fly Like an Eagle.
Huh. Yeah, for me, that's the one. That's the Steve Miller I'll pull out more than anything, for sure. How many more you got, Steve?
2.
I got 2 as well. Are your 2 is the delivered from Underdog?
Yeah, they are. Let's do deliveries.
I got 2 deliveries from Underdog.
Time for deliveries. So
mine are still in the bag. Look here now.
I was so pleased. Our good friend Jonathan, I think he should add have vinyl will travel to his mantra. So the first one is this record I saw in his store a few times, and I was like, man, I want that, but then I ended up buying some used records, and I wouldn't buy it, but it fits this show so well, and it's called Country Funk. It's a compilation. This is Country Funk 2, which came out, I think it came out in 2014, Light in the Attic Records, and it's described as, country funk, right?
Yeah.
They described it as hip swinging rhythms with bourbon on the breath.
Woo! Come on now.
I really want to get Country Funk 1. I assumed that Jerry Reed would be on there. I mean, why would you not have a Country Funk album and not have Jerry Reed?
Dude, let me just tell you. Everything I've looked, because when I think of country funk, I think of Jerry Reed. Just apparently that's not what they mean when they say country funk.
It's not, but it is. But I think what's cool about these compilations, it's other folks you wouldn't think of when you're thinking of country funk, and there's some cool shit on here, including this has got Billy Swan, Hoyt Axton, Townes Van Zandt, Willie Nelson,
Dolly Parton.
Wow.
Um,
Oh, that's a little more down the
J.J.
middle than I
Cale,
thought.
Kenny Rogers in the first edition. So it's just got tons of cool stuff on here.
That's a little more down the middle than I thought that comp was, to be honest with you. John says he has Volume 1, Killer
Now,
Comps.
well, good for you. Volume 1 is hard to find. I think it's out of print right now. So it's like, I would love to get my hands on Volume 1.
I thought that was a little more obscure than some of the artists you mentioned, to be honest with you. Not that that's a bad thing.
Well, there are some obscure artists on there as well, but I didn't list them because no one knows who they are. But.
Beat Stylist is up in here. What's up, Sean?
So why don't you do one?
We're Skyping in, baby. Yeah, I'll do one.
You need to minimize my ass.
No problem, Steve. No fucking problem. Let me just put you in a corner. Boom. How about a bug? Can we not get a bug in here? Why can't we get a bug in here? One of the records I picked up. Now this is a band I have not really listened to or vibed on ever. And all of a sudden in the past couple of weeks, really got into this band. And it really started with one song. I was streaming this band on Spotify. And the lyrics was, and I don't mean to be crass. Hey, I got something to say. I killed your baby today. And I'm like, I need to buy that. Wrong one. Hold up. Boom. The Misfits. I don't own any Misfits records. And I'm not really listening to the Misfits much at all. But I heard that song, and I'm like, you know what? You just sold yourself a fucking comp, baby. Woo! Let's go. This is, it's called Misfits, or some people refer to it as Collection 1, which is, boom, let me get out of this, boom. It came out in 86. 20 songs by the band, early singles, as well as some of the songs from the 82 album Walk Among Us, their 83 album Earth AD, the 85 compilation Legacy of Brutality, blah, 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 blah. There's another one. There's a compilation, too, that's called something else. But I literally, I disregarded. I thought these guys, I knew Glenn Danzig. I knew Mother from when I was, like, in high school. I thought these guys were corny. I thought they were stupid. I tell you what, really, this is what you call, let's get serious for a second. You guys got a couple of minutes? Let's get music serious for a second. And I call this situation working it backwards. And I've done this a few times in my music career where I was aware of the Misfits. I know what the fuck they were. I knew all that stuff. Huge fans of Queens of the Stone Age, right? Huge fans of the band Caius, right? All of that same vein. And it's funny because those guys are really tuned down, tuned to C. And everybody would think, man, your biggest influence would be like Black Sabbath, Mountain and stuff like that. And it was. They did listen to stuff like that. But Josh Homme would always say, actually, the biggest influences were Misfits and Black Flag. And when I go back now and I listen to Misfits and Black Flag, I totally hear Caius and Queens of the Stone Age. That gritty, fuzzy, that's totally there. And before, I would have never heard that or paid attention to it. But because I'm working backwards from bands that I love now, I always love that. And it just taking that hop, and you can continue that hop. Sometimes that hop will take you back to the fucking 20s and 30s if you're not careful. because it's not only like, even in metal, you can take that hop all the way back, past Chuck Berry, past John Lee Hooker, whatever. But you find the bands that you love, you find their influences, trace them back, then trace your band's influences back another generation, and keep going, and you will run into some shit that will blow your fucking mind, man. And that is my big number one music rib tip. Put my finger in the camera. Put it in the camera. No, seriously though, that's so fucking awesome, man. When you take a band's lineage and run it back, and see how far back you can go to where you're actually still digging it and you can still hear it. And that's one of those times you can totally, when I hear the Misfits now and I'm like, dude, I totally hear Queens of the Stone Age in the Misfits. Or Black Flag. I totally hear that in that. But anyway, Steve, take it away, please.
Okay.
Get me off of here.
Last for me was an album that piqued my interest. So I went and did a little research, and I thought this would be a really cool record to have, and I think it fits the show really well. The band's called Experiment Zero. No, the band's called Man or Astro Man.
Don't get me started on this.
And the album's called Experiment Zero. This is a band from Auburn, Alabama.
Oh.
With a guy named Star Crunch on guitar, Bird Stuff on drums, Coco the Electronic Monkey Wizard on bass and electronics. It's a blend of surf rock of the early 60s like Dick Dale and the Spotniks with the new wave and punk rock sounds of the late 70s and early 80s. Known for their dedication to science fiction themes, audio samples, obscure electronic devices like theremins and Tesla coils, and high live energy shows. I kind of wish I'd seen these guys. This is cool shit. It's like I know my wife would be a fan because she listens to like this. I don't know if it's still there on XM. It's like Spy Radio. It's got that kind of surf rock and kind of Ventures, Dick Dale thing going on, and this definitely captures that, plus just a bunch of weird shit.
Now, here's my problem with this. Now, how did he describe this band? You said surf rock mixed with like what?
Mixed with punk, wave and punk rock sounds of the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, yeah. So I saw that same thing that he posted that. So when I'm like, I'm going to go support Jonathan and Underdog and buy some records, get them delivered, I'm going through the website. There was one or two things, the two things that I know that I got tonight, that I knew I wanted. And then the other thing I wanted was that fucking record. And I'm digging.
Once again, I have beat you to Indiana Jones once again.
I am digging through the website, and I'm like, did he not upload it to the website? Is it not on the site? Did he forget to do it? I'm gonna get out to message him. Should I give him a call? Why can't? Is there what? I feel like I should.
How'd you order your records on the website?
Yeah, I ordered on the website.
I don't know how to do that. I just sent him a message, say I want these two records, and he came and brought them.
No, I pulled it up on the website, added them to the cart, paid by PayPal.
Nice.
And even like he had a little option for porch delivery.
Yep.
Boom, and just
he came to my house wearing a Expos hat and a Braves jersey. I was real confused.
That's but anyway, that's that's. I'm glad you got it. If nobody else did, because that's then we can listen to it.
It's still in the family.
Yeah. So that we at least listen to it. And man, is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Here's a record, baby. This has been on my want list for a while, and I couldn't believe. And I was like, I'm going to order two new records. I'm going to order two new records off of the list because I knew that would be a little pricier, and I want to support. It's stuff I want, and it's always on my list, but I'm so cheap that if you give me a chance, I'll opt out and buy dollar records. But this is a time I'm not really doing this. I want to buy new records and support and pay a little money. Band called Wipers, Youth of America. Now, a lot of you guys may not know this band. Early punk band. It's not even really punk. Punk, new wave, out of Portland. This record is from 82, I believe it is. 81, I'm sorry. But the big thing, yeah, Greg Sage, baby. Woo! Scotty Strychnine coming in strong with this. Here's how this started out. Boom, let me get rid of that. Boom. I bought this, I'm a big Melvins guy. We played some Melvins earlier. And actually that same artwork, I bought this CD, and I've told you guys before, I was a big used CD collector well before I was collecting vinyl records. And I picked this up in early 2000s, Electro Retard from the Melvins, which had a bunch of covers and reworked stuff on it. And one of the songs on it was a song called Youth of America. And I was telling everybody, man, let me tell you what, baby. That is the best Melvin song ever, called Youth of America. It is such a killer song. I just can't get over how badass this song is. And finally, I don't know if somebody told me or if I figured it out on my own or just through the internet. Somebody was like, Youth of America is a fucking cover song, right? It's like, whoa, wait a second. What are you saying now? It's like, no, it's a cover of a Wipers song. It's like, Wipers? What the fuck is that? I can't believe I didn't remember this, because Wipers are a huge influence in the grunge movement. Kurt Cobain was a huge fan. Melvins were huge fans. That whole scene, Mudhoney, they all list this as like the first Pacific Northwest punk band. I don't know if that's true, but it's what a lot of people say. And the cool thing about this, I did write this shit down. So check this out. This is all off Wikipedia, so don't. Sage's intense interest in music began with cutting records at home as an adolescent. Very lucky to have his own professional record-cutting lathe when he was in 7th grade. What? Due to his father being involved in the broadcast industry. He would cut records for friends at school of songs off the radio, learned the art of record making long before learning to play music. Countless hours studying the grooves, looking at shit through fucking microscopes and stuff. But the one thing that really stood out to me was, and I'd heard this before, that's what I was kind of searching for, this kind of little nugget. Sage founded the Wipers in Portland in 77, originally just as a recording project, because the plan was to record 15 albums in 10 years without touring or without promotion. Sage thought that the mystique built from the lack of playing traditional rock and roll would make people listen to the recordings much deeper, only with their imagination to go by. He thought it would be easier to avoid press, shows, pictures, and interviews. He looked at the music as art rather than entertainment. Holy Lord. That's like Daft Punk, you know what I mean? But 20, 30 years before. Pacific Northwest? Yeah, Scotty, you're right. Nirvana covered Return of the Rat, and I also remember that song and had no idea it was the fucking Wipers. So when I saw this, I'd been streaming these guys for a while and was familiar with the situation.
Yeah, a lot of Nirvana early songs are covers.
But this has the 10-minute version of, and this is anti-punk in the fact that these songs are longer. Youth of America is like fucking 10 minutes long, baby. It's a great record. I've streamed the shit out of this. Wipers. I'm so stoked to own this. I can't believe it was just like a random, like, oh, brand new reissue in my local shop. I'm so stoked to have picked that up. So stoked. Absolutely. Boom. Hey, what do you say we take us a break? What do you have in the way of sodas and chips, Steve?
I have a soda.
Okay.
It's actually an energy drink, but I think it qualifies.
I've got sort of
And
something that
I'll
qualifies.
just grab something in my chip box.
Okay, that sounds.
Oh no, I have a special chip, especially for this what we're going through right now.
Special unspoken. Let's pray. All right, wait.
Actually, it is a religious chip.
That's inappropriate. Oh, we should. I told my mom today. Damn it. I told her we used to have this Grown Man Record Night graphic. You know the when Jesus came out of the tomb thing. There's like a circular.
Yeah,
door?
yeah. Jesus came out of the tomb and he saw his shadow, and there were 6 more weeks of COVID-19.
No, you remember the graphic? There was the circular tomb thing, the circle.
No,
We built one that had Grown Man Record Night embossed in the circle
I don't remember that at all.
way back, and I don't know what the hell happened to that graphic. I made it.
I could send you Pea Fever.
I've got. Wait. Hold up.
It's not exactly the same thing.
It's sort of the same thing. That's Wait, what happened to it? I had it. Then it went away.
You ain't got it.
Then it went away. I don't know what happened. What's that? Hello? 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 All right, let's take a break. Let's take a break. I'm tired of it.
Next on Primo, it's taco time for the sheriff on TV Sheriff's HD Roundup.
Muchos machos, frienditos. It's your ding dong down the TV Sheriff. TV Sheriff. TV Sheriff. TV Sheriff. TV Sheriff. HD visual jet sticks. You know I don't like Doritos Locos Taco. This scary like shaky logo text screen is laden with some right spooky hidden messages. With a Conte taste of visual chips. Yeah.
It's taken Taco Bell years to perfect, and you seconds to devour. It's taken Taco Bell years to perfect, and you years to devour. It's taken Taco Bell seconds to perfect, and you seconds to devour. Introducing the irresistible Doritos Locos Taco. Loco Taco Supreme, a shell made out of real nacho cheese Doritos.
It's so loco.
Would you do?
Just when you thought all the really good ideas were taken. Introducing the new Doritos Locos Tacos. Taco Supreme. Just when you thought all the really good ideas were taken. Introducing the new Doritos
Don't take that taco, it's a creepy taco. Well, that's all we got for now, doggies. We'll see you on back here pronto. Hee-haw, 99
Kids agree. New improved Tang tastes so terrific it squeezes out the leading orange juice.
I like rubbery dolphins and blubbery whales, big floppy flippers and short floppy tails. I like getting splashed by my friend Shamu. But best of all, I like SeaWorld. I like whiskery walruses, big
and at 18, beautiful.
With Camay, 30 is beautiful.
At every age, Camay helps your skin be its most beautiful. Camay's rich cleansing lather is different. Camay has more lather than any leading beauty bar and feels so rich. Camay leaves skin feeling so clean and soft.
No.
26 is beautiful.
With Camay, 37. Well, 43 is beautiful.
Camay for your most beautiful
Hey, what do you see
complexion
on
at
your
every
screen
age.
from me right now?
Betty, this is the best strawberry jam.
Of course, I made it with the best plump, juicy strawberry.
Whoa. 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 We're back. Steve, talk to me.
Hey, what do you see on your screen right now from me?
Your picture business.
Really? I
Yeah.
tried to share my screen.
No. Don't get fancy. We're lucky we got all this shit working.
No, man. I think I can do it.
That seems... Whoa, there we go. What is that? I sort of see that. Oh, I got hang on, I got pea fever somewhere. It's weird. It's not sharing.
Oh, it's not?
I mean, it is, but it's not coming to OBS.
Oh, never mind. Never fucking mind.
I mean, I've got it. I don't know why it's not loading up.
All right, we're moving on.
No, wait a minute. No, now I'm pissed off. I'm writing in piss. Boom. I'm going to bring in a graphic. Hold up. Boom. Media source. Boom. 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 I'm browsing, baby.
Oh, Lord.
Pea fever. There it is.
We're doing soda or is there chips?
We're doing for some reason piss isn't working. Here we go. We're live with it.
Okay. This is outside of Boss Man's apartment, or his condo, or his house.
Oh, his house. Carrots.
He had cameras all over his house. And the funny thing is, when you think you're in the dark, that's when you're in the light.
Oh, that's no better words have ever been muttered. When you think you're in the dark, you're in the light. Hey, in these times we're going through right now, what better line than what you just said, and I've already forgotten.
When you think you're in the dark, you're in the light.
That's what I said. What'd you think I said? Boom. Let's get into Soda Speak. What do you got, Steve?
All right. For Soda Speak, I've had this in my fridge for a long time, and I don't think we've done it.
Okay.
It's by the Coca-Cola company.
You're a Coca-Cola company.
I don't know if it's not really a soda.
Okay.
But it's one of their energy drinks called Zero Sugar Cherry Coca-Cola Energy.
We've done some of these. Ooh,
I don't know if we've done one. So this is their Zero Sugar Cherry. I like their Zero Sugar Cherry Coke. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a lot like the cherry soda, actually. Cherry cola.
I know we've done one of those little skinny can energy guys.
Yeah.
And I think we like that one too. Sorry, I'm hiccuping.
What you got? Do you have a soda?
I do have a soda.
Okay.
The soda that I have is something a lot of you...
You got to shrink me.
I shrunk you back, baby. Don't be directing me now. This is something some of you guys may be very familiar with, and actually we've done on the show, is the Mountain Dew Baja Blast. But today, the Baja Blast is available in stores and not just at Taco Bell. Previously only available exclusively in the Taco Bell locations, whether frozen or in the regular form. And I think, Steve, you brought over like a cup of Baja Blast from Taco Bell. You remember
Yeah,
that?
Taco Bell sells Baja Blast Zero Sugar. It's the only place I can get it in their fountain.
Yeah. So this is a Baja Blast in a bottle, which this is a very limited thing going on here.
Hey, have you seen? I know we're not talking. We'll talk. I'll talk about it in a second.
Okay. So let's go. Boom. Baja Blast. This is the full sugar. Girlfriend or fiance did find the zero sugar in the bottles as well, which is more more my steez. But it's Friday, so fuck it. What are we doing? We're all gonna die of a virus anyway.
I like the Baja Blast.
That's a nice flavor. It's like a melon citrus.
It's a tropical Mountain Dew.
I taste like melon citrus. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I'm a big melon guy.
The melons of the Baja.
Okay, that almost seems inappropriate. I don't know if we're... It's good, though, man. Metal Theologian says he had a 12 of the Baja Blast Zero when he was in Cleveland. What'd you think of him, MT? Let's get your on-the-spot review of these.
Man on the street.
Man on the street. I don't like how the color... I don't like how the color correction... This is a appropriately color balanced video right here, right now. If we go back to this, it's got a little bit too much green in it. I don't like the amount of green that's in the shot.
I don't mind it.
But the balance between the two bothers me a little bit, I have to say.
Well, I'm more of an amber guy.
I just want them matching is my problem.
Well, you're not going to get that because we got different types of bulbs.
No, not you.
Oh.
It's these two. Boom.
Your two cameras.
I think this camera looks legit. Right? Then we go to this one. It's got this green thing going on in the... I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that camera is legit.
Boom.
No, it's good. You got no problem. Jesus Christ, if you're splitting hairs over that.
I mean, I split hairs. That's what I do. Perfection is all I'm fucking set on.
Yeah, Kachanga.
Yeah. Kachanga. Thing of the past.
King Kachanga.
I probably shouldn't do that when I say Kachanga.
Yeah, don't say that. You better knock on some wood.
All right, boom. What do you got for...
Knock your wood.
What do you got for chips? You got something going on for chips?
I have a very special, important chip.
Well,
you have any chips?
I got a chip going on now.
Why don't you do your chip first? Because mine's very special.
I got a special chip. Okay, let's see what I got here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. This is one of the new, what did we do last week? We did a new Lay's that Jay brought over, right? Did we do that last week?
I know I did something different than you did.
This is...
Oh, yeah, y'all did the hot chip, or the sparkling, what do they call it? What do they call their hot chip in Lay's? The new hot chip?
Nope. That's what we're doing this week.
What you did last week?
What did we do?
You did. It was something like hot sauce or...
It wasn't this one. Are you serious?
I'm not sure what you're doing. I'm on a 7-second delay of the program monitor.
Okay,
so.
well then we'll wait. We didn't do this
hot
last...
sauce. No, I don't think you did that one. You did, their standard hot sauce, that red that they put on Dinamitas, and lately they've been putting it on Fritos and Doritos, and now they put it on Lay's.
This is a Frank's.
That's what you did last week.
This is a Frank's Lay's brand new thing. I'll read this off if there's something to go on. Grab any Lay's faves or one of our new flaves. Watch, tune into The Voice. No thank you. Guaranteed fresh. Kylie Jenner's had several abortions. Contains milk ingredients. That's all I got. So let's try these out. Boom. Hot sauce. This is Frank's hot sauce Lay's chips. I would think this is going to be pretty good. I wonder how light or how heavy is the only thing that I would consider in this. Looking down into the bag, it's kind of medium, I would have to say. The chips are, let me get a little boom. They're not like super dark red up your fucking ass chips. They're not super blonde. They're right in the middle. That's right in the middle, man. So let's test them out. Wow. These are great. Super tangy. Tangy hot chips. Taste almost more like buffalo wing. They're pretty hot for Frank's, because Frank's is a kind of a, in my opinion, Frank's is kind of a wussy hot sauce. These are hot, and these are good. Bottom line, these are good. Wow, that's up there for the year, folks. Sweet tea, mark this. These are good. I'm having her mark this for chip of the year, just in case. I know it's only, what is this, April? These are great, though. Light, thin, crispy, very flavorful. Really a big fan of those. Absolutely. Steven will save you some of those. Boom. What do you got? You said you got something special, though.
Yeah. So, it's Easter weekend, but it's also, I think, Passover began on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
I finna say my Easter speech.
So, in honor of Passover, I have Lay's, another Lay's chip. It's a Lay's Passover potato chip, salted potato chip. It's just a plain salted chip. And the cool thing, besides this really cool little green little banner it's got on it here, it says special edition of potato chips, kosher for Passover under the supervision of Badat's Haide Haharadit Jerusalem. That's the best I can do. It says, and the bag says kosher for Passover. And we're talking ingredients is potatoes, palm olein oil, and salt. This is as clean as Lay's will ever get. You still there?
Yeah. Always. I'm just letting you take it.
So this is it's just a plain chip with just some oil and salt.
Howard Stern said he was told as a kid that if you eat bread on Passover, God would come down and eat you.
And I'll say, as a Lay's chip, this might be the best Lay's chip they make, because it's not as greasy as the other Lay's chips.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a Charles chip. Oh, I know. The chip I did last week was
Chuck chip.
It wasn't Charles chips. It was Utz.
Right.
It was like a plain chip or something, but it just no, it wasn't. I bought that midweek.
Plain chip.
These are great. I highly recommend it. You can still pick up some of these Lay's Passover chips. It's like an old school. It's more of an old school chip. It's really, really good.
Yeah, well, I recommend these more. So buy my chips instead.
And it's got some cool Hebrew writing on it.
But I'll buy mine instead. They're good. They're gooder. These are actually hot. These are really good chips. I'm gonna save you some of these, Steve. These are really good.
All right.
These are really good chips.
My wife will not like those. They're too plain. She'll probably want to amp them up somehow.
Amp it up. I gotta move you back. Boom.
Appreciate that.
Boom! What else we got to talk about?
Nothing, man. That's it. I think I'm gonna turn on the old Tascam here and see what I can lay down some tracks.
Work on some lyrics, dude. I told you I got my guitar parts. I think all 4 songs I got all the guitar parts down.
I might add some more bass. That track's pretty guitar heavy, and the bass is in there somewhere.
Yeah. Want some saxophone? Whatever you got.
Nah.
We're gonna bring everybody in. We're gonna do everything.
I'll put some lyrics on there.
We're gonna do everything. Hope everybody is safe and having fun. And I know that sounds stupid, man. But one thing this program can show you is even in the most fucked up time, man, there's always some fun to be had. I used to tell all my reporters that when I was in news. You'd be on a murder scene, a foot of snow for 14 hours a day. Whatever it is, I would always say there's always some fun to be had, man.
Well, you got to. You fucking go crazy.
You'll find it. If you're smart, you'll find it. There's always fun to be had. So be on the lookout for it. Everybody, be on the lookout for that fun. It's right there in front of you. Whether you got some youngins or you got some old comic books in the back room in a box, there's always some fun to be had. Be on the lookout. And keep us informed. Keep us informed.
Go on the Discord.
Go on the Discord and tell us about it.
That's the best place to keep everybody informed.
Look, I don't have a good graphic. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. What kind of picture do we want to show, Steve?
I think.
How about the two of us?
You got to put some bumps at salvation in there.
Oh, for Easter.
We used to have a cool Easter graphic as well, with like Easter eggs or bunnies or something.
Yeah, we had an Easter egg and the what you call them?
I'm gonna fire the one of
Alex.
the line-in producers.
Alex. Yeah, that's a good Easter graphic. Dick pics. Metal Theologian wants a dick pic. Stand by. Hang on, I gotta talk into the end of it to make it respectable. You are a penis. You are a penis. I'm talking into the head of it.
We showed P Fever. That was a dick pic.
That's a dick pic. A lot of people watching tonight. Hey, we appreciate that. I know everybody's laid up, man. I figured we'd be busting the ends of the internet. All these people. I'm dressing like Mike Watt nowadays. Flannel shirts with the sleeves rolled up. Been watching a lot of Minutemen, Mike Watt documentaries. So I'm trying to dress like him. That's what I'm doing. Hey, switch over to Twitch. Hold up. Boom. Come over here. I'm going to play this Wipers record and the Misfits. And then I'm going to eat some food and go to bed. A couple of records coming, then I'm going to bed.
I hear you.
Switch over.
Yeah, I'm not there to keep you up.
I can't recover from late nights anymore. I still get up at 7, 8 in the morning. In bad shape. Aaron wants my custom Brady jersey next week. I told him I was going to put a motherfucking Tom Brady, bitch, at the top of my Buccaneers jersey.
As we speak, I'm downloading Man or Astro Man MP3s.
Yeah. Let's download some Warzone and some Valorant. Let's get in some games.
I just went out and bought Mario Kart 8 for Nintendo Switch, and I ordered online Zelda Breath of the Wild and Kirby.
Good games.
Very good. It's good family games.
Earlier tonight, we were playing with the NES emulator going. Boom. Boom. Get out of there. What the hell we were playing earlier?
Dick pic.
Mighty Final Fight, which is a fantastic game, super expensive. So the only way to play it is emulation. Don't pay for that shit. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. A little beat 'em up, kind of like Double Dragon. Yeah. He goes like, yeah. They look like that. You guys ever seen it? All right. I'm done talking. I want to play music now. But shut up! Go over to Twitch. Boom.